Hey everyone, I had a question on how did I get my vending machine motor to actually spin and be able to use for my witch cauldron. So this is what the vending machine motor looks like. That's just basically two ends on the side. You've got six holes that go through, and then on each side you've got a series of holes to be able to put armatures. So the six holes that are on the outside, as you can see, I've ripped open the case to be able to remove the clicker, so I had to basically just rip that open. Now to mount that to anything, you're going to need I think these are number 4 or number 5 wood screws, or just any kind of screws in general. I try to get something that has a flat tip on it so it can be able to get on there. You're also going to want to get some flathead washers to be able to put around here as well, because once you break that off, it's very susceptible to coming loose again. And then to actually mount something through it, you need to buy some threaded rod. As you can see here, this one I have right here is a 632, and this fits through just fine. It actually fits through the middle one, and I can also fit this through the vertical one as well. Now the difference is the vertical one, I'll kind of show you, is that there's actually a bigger hole that goes through there than it is through there. So you can buy a bigger threaded rod to be able to figure it out, but 632 works fine. Now once you figure all that out, you need to also buy plenty of nuts and bolts and all that kind of thing for the type of threaded rod you have. So as you can see here, I've got different 2-inch machine screws with nuts. I've got locking washers. I've got wing nuts. I've got all kinds of stuff. Nylon lock nuts. Getting lock nuts and lock washers are pretty crucial to be able to make sure that the threaded rod doesn't move once you actually have it connected to something. So I'll kind of show you exactly how I have it mounted now. And also, this motor runs off pretty much anything with I've tried 5 volt, 6 volt, 12 volt DCs. It only takes just a couple amps, so you really don't need to worry about amperage. But this is how I actually have it connected into my witch cauldron. As you can see, the 6 screws with the washers right there. And then I've got my locking nuts on either side, so this thing doesn't really move at all. Now on one side of this, I'll try to get it in the light. On one side, I don't really have anything on here because this is just to basically counterbalance the weight. And then over here is how I actually have the stick in here. I actually have a PVC end cap, and I put the threaded rod all the way through. And as you can see, there's a locking nut and washer right here, and there's also one on the other side. This basically, it's so this never moves. It never moves back and forth. Inside of here, I also put a piece of wood that I had used to, I guess you could say, for drilling out a circle, for putting in like a door lock or anything like that, or a doorknob. And I just put that in there. Basically what that does is that makes sure the stick doesn't get locked down on one side of the thread or the other, or one side of the thread or the other. So I'll go ahead and turn it on and let you see how this works. Let's go ahead and plug this in. If I come over here and get out of the way, you can kind of see exactly what it looks like. So this is what it looks like when it spins and goes around.